Yo, traders, how are we? Welcome to the live stream. How the devil are you? I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a good trading day and week thus far. How are you guys? We are going to do the following today. My throat is slightly like Barry White, so I do apologize for that. So bear with me if I sound a little bit croaky. It's just the amount of talking I do. Honestly, I've got to stop talking. I might just vow of silence for a year. I won't do that, obviously. So yes, we're going to, excuse my voice, we're going to look at the trades that I'm in. I'm actually in 3 trades right now. So, and Euro New Zealand's one of them. This is coming down nicely and almost at target. So we'll keep an eye on this. And we'll talk through why I took the trades, etc. All right, so we'll look at those first of all. We will also take as many questions as we can from you guys, right? So don't be shy, guys. Please share, all the questions you have for me. And it can be anything you like about trading. It can actually be anything about anything you like. It could be about football. It could be about film. It could be about geography, right? We're having a chit chat. Let's imagine we're down the pub having a chit chat, right? But predominantly trading. Because when I go down the pub, nobody will talk to me about trading. In fact, when I start talking about trading, people slowly edge away from me. And then I'm sitting there on my own. I laugh, but this is true. That's what we're going to do. I've got the economic calendar up, but there's no news, guys, right? There's no news while we're on the live stream. We got this consumer confidence later on. That's the only really impactful news, but that's later on today. So, no news to keep an eye on either. So, also one more thing. I would also like to say hello to Raphael Amoa. Thank you very much, kind sir, for showing your support and becoming a gold member. We greatly appreciate it. And guys, if you would like to show your support and you enjoy, the analysis, the trade ideas, the content, then you can show your support by becoming a Simply Forex YouTube member. All right. And there's many perks for doing so. You get extra vids. I will also give your questions priority plus other things. So check it all out. Also, let's get started. Let's have a look at Euro New Zealand dollars. So I'm selling this, right? If we start with the day chart, as soon as this daily candle forms, I cannot wait to get into the sell, right? When I say cannot wait, I won't be super impatient, but I literally am chomping at the bit to get into this trade. Right, because it's broken a key level, right? What the hell just happened there? It's the editor. Blame the editor. Right, we're at a key level and price has broken down. We're getting lower highs, lower lows, right? And we're also almost at target, guys. This 7,900 level's my target, right? And if we drop down to the H4, right, I kid you not, I literally entered here, right? Because at this point, I could put my stop loss here and make my take profit here, right? So 1:1, all right? And that's why I took the trade. And then the market has used this level as the important level, right? And ever since it's hit that level again, it gives you another, like the market does many, many times, it gives you another opportunity to get into this trade. So if you didn't get into it before, you could have literally entered here, put your stop here, right? And take price lower. All right, so Euro New Zealand's looking good. I've literally got into Swiss franc Japanese yen today. Okay, this is not the H4 candle I want so far. But we'll see, right? I took this trade. Well, first, if we look at the day chart, let's get rid of this. I was just using this fib as confirmation of a level. What I'm seeing here is higher lows, right? And obviously there is this level of resistance. So it's like an ascending triangle almost, right? It's like this. Okay, we're seeing a bit of an ascending triangle. And what generally happens with ascending triangles is price gets squeezed and then it has to go somewhere, right? Up, but it could quite easily come down as well, right? But I'm just looking, because of this bullish candle, to take price back to the top of the triangle, the ascending triangle, simple as that. And the catalyst for my trade, I love that word, catalyst. It's not word of the day because I use it too often, but catalyst, we like it, was the H4, because there was this level that I pinpointed, right? Through here, you can see it, right? Price kept reacting. Even today it reacted. But then when we got this candle just break through it, right? My idea was just to continue this buying momentum back up to here, right? And that still might happen, yeah, right? I'm still confident with this trade. But, you know, I'm not liking this H4 candle thus far. Keep saying thus. Sound a lot posher than what I really am. And this is where we are with Swiss franc yen, right? And if we look at the H1, my stop loss is down here, right? But I'm interested if H1 structure breaks. Yeah, I could consider getting out of the trade early. I'll see what the H4 is doing, but I'm interested if H1 breaks, right? Obviously, what we want to see is a reaction here. Yeah, we've got this level through here that's forming. We've got the moving average 20, and I want to see a nice bullish reaction here. So we'll see. Swiss franc, yen, I am also in. I'm also in Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. And yeah, this is looking encouraging. I had to hedge this position, right? I had to get out of a hedge. Yeah, we've got real on the H4, right? We've got, I mean, the day chart, still an uptrend, right? Still lots of room to move into. So we still like the day chart, okay? The H4, we're getting a bit of, contradictory with the candles, right? Look at that candle, followed by that candle. Right, little bit contradictory. What I want to see is a nice bullish green candle form. Yeah, so, buyers are back and potentially we could come higher. So, yeah, it's a bit, iffy's not the right word, but there's a bit of contradictory here with Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. But like I say, guys, if you're on a lower time frame, right, and you're thinking, oh, it could do this, it could do this, it might do this, then just look at the day chart, right? It's in an uptrend. Yeah, that's what guides you. We're in an uptrend and we're back at this area of support to come higher. So if you look at the day chart, it's right, it's a no-brainer, right? We're buying it still. If we look at the H4, there's a little bit of conflict, but let that higher time frame daily chart guide you. Yeah, don't get caught up in the weeds too much. So there you go, guys. That's what I am in, but let's check out what you guys are in. Let's say hello. So Noor, hi Tom and everyone. Hi Noor, how are you? CJ, what's up, CJ? We like this New Zealand dollar strength. Yes, we do. Michael, hi Michael, how are you? Investing with Ian. Hi, Tom. Not sure if once said the US 30 will rip your face off. If you did say this, could you explain why, please? So investing with Ian, this is the DAX, and I will explain exactly what I mean. CJ, I somehow managed to hit a fellow golfer on the course this morning. Effing hell, I'm going to be thrown out next time. Now, CJ, this makes you either a very good golfer and you're very accurate and you were aiming for the golfer, which means you're probably excellent at golf and I'm going to start calling you Tiger, or you were wildly off the green at the fairway and hit a golfer. CJ, I'm going to guess the latter, but you tell us. Greg, how are you, Greg? Haven't seen you for ages. Colin, how are you, mate? On aboard, Jeffrey. Hello, everyone. Right, so yeah, guys, remember, don't be shy. Come say hello. Get your questions to me. Oliver wants to look at New Zealand yen. So when I say an asset, so in anything, maybe a currency, or, you know, in this situation, it was the DAX, right? So what I mean by rip your face off is this, right? If you look at the H4, right, and we are going to look at the ATR, right? Let's bring up the average true range, right? And this basically tells you how many pips this moves, right, within 4 hours, right? So on average, I think it goes back maybe the last 20 candles, is it? Something like this. But anyway, it takes the average of the last few candles and tells you how many pips it moves. So this moves about 60 pips on every H4 candle, okay? You can see this reading right here, guys, right? And then when I hover over it, yeah, you can see on the left here, it's about 60 pips, right? Now, that's the H4. If I go on the H1, this will obviously be lower, right? Because the candles will move less in that time, right? And this is about 32 pips, okay? So the H4 was 60 pips and the H1 was 32 pips. So that's how much it moves on average per candle, whether it's H4 or H1. Now, if I go to, let's say, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, or Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, right? Let's have a look at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Now, if we look at the H4, this moves 16 pips, okay? 16 pips every 4 hours, whereas the DAX moves 60, right? Let's go to the H1. Every hour, this moves 7 pips on average. The DAX was moving 30. So that's what I mean when a pair will rip your face off. It means it can move a large amount of pips in a very short time, okay? You know, something like pound Canadian dollar is quite a fast moving pair. Again, if we compare with Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, this is moving 29 pips, right, on the H4. The Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar was like 16 pips or something, right? And then the H1 is moving 17 pips, right? So you can see how much a pair moves. It's the speed in which it moves. And the ATR is basically the indicator that records that. All right, so yeah, there you go. That's what I mean by rip your face off. And the DAX is just rip your face off. It just moves so many pips. Obviously, you know, it doesn't matter. You're still going to adjust your risk accordingly, right? It doesn't matter if it's 300 pips, you're still going to risk 1%. Or if it's 6 pips, you're still going to risk 1%. But the DAX can just move a large amount of pips in a short space of time. So there you go, investing with Ian. That's exactly what I meant. Okay, CJ picked up a lesson card at the end of the round. Enough said, CJ. We read you loud and clear. Similar to my golf. Right, Oliver, let's have a look at New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Before I do look at New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, if everyone could just look above my head, and you can see today's live stream is sponsored by Pepperstone, right? An award-winning, global, reliable, trustworthy broker, guys, right? And they are compatible with TradingView, right? And they are running a promotion for you, okay? So if you deposit into one of Pepperstone's trading accounts, and it's your trading account, your trading money, they will then give you free access to our VIP Trading Academy. And in the VIP Trading Academy, guys, I put all of my trade signals, like the trades I showed you earlier. I give you all of my tutorials and strategies, and you get direct access to me as well, as in you can ask me questions. So if you're interested in that promotion, please email us, right? The editor has literally just put up the email, hello@simply-forex.com. Yeah, and or you can click the affiliate link as well, guys. All right. Right, New Zealand yen. Let's have a look. Let's do a top-down approach. And what are you looking? So you're looking at New Zealand yen bearishness. Okay, but we're seeing New Zealand dollar strength at the moment. But let's do a top-down approach. And then, Michael, I'll get to New Zealand CAD as well very shortly. So let's, on the weekly chart, it has, right, if I just drag this across, it has reached an area of resistance, right? You can see price has been reacting in here, and it's at this level, right? However, you know, and we're in a downtrend, right? There's no two ways about that, right? We're in a downtrend. But look at the candles. Bullish, bullish, bullish. So there's a bit of contradiction straight away. We're in a downtrend, right? But the candles are very bullish and we're at a resistance level. Okay, so let's carry on. Let's now look at the daily chart. The weekly's not telling us too much, right? And then ever since price has got to this level of resistance, let me just zoom out so you can see that it is, you know, such a nice level, right? Price keeps reacting. Price doesn't know what to do with itself, right? In here, there is a box of consolidation, right? Don't need to make the box that big, okay? There's a box of consolidation. Price is like, I don't know what to do with myself, okay? So if price doesn't know what to do with itself, then we stay well clear, right? Not interested. That price action is disgusting. If you look at the H4, it will probably be highlighted even better, right? Yeah, just look at that. You're just getting a ranging H4 market, okay? Now, when am I interested, right? This is the box of indecision. I am interested when we get a break to the upside, right? That would be a good signal to start buying. Or we get a break to the downside. That would be a good signal to start selling. Then I'm interested. But until that point, I do not want to touch this with yours or a barge pole, right? I just don't want to touch it. Why get involved in price action like that? You're leading yourself into pain, right? It's like laying on a bed of nails. Not that I've ever done that, right? But that's what it's going to be like trading this price action. So stay out of it. Break, trade, sell, break to the downside, trade. So I hope that helps. Right, Michael, what do you think New Zealand Canadian dollar right now? Okay, let's have a look. So day chart is still a buy, or even weekly chart, right? Even weekly chart, I know it's at a resistance level, but it hasn't quite made it to that level. I think price can make it to that level, which is literally 8435. All right, so we've still got another 45 pips to move into. Okay, and just look how bullish that candle is, that weekly candle. Right, so I still think we've got a little bit of room here. Okay, although, you know, this is resistance, right? If we drop down to the day chart, what we are seeing is an inside candle. Okay, now what normally happens here is this. Okay, so let's get rid of today. This is an inside candle. And this is how, you know, the textbook would tell you how to trade them. And I kind of agree, right? Now, this is the previous candle, high and low, and this candle is within the high and low, right? This is called an inside candle. And normally what happens in an uptrend is this, right? You normally get something come below this level and then close back up inside. So it comes down, And then let's say you end up with a candle, I don't know, looks something like this. Okay. That is a strong buying combination of candles. Inside candle followed by a bullish candle that takes out this low, closes back inside. That's how you're meant to trade a inside candle. Now, it doesn't matter if you've never heard of an inside candle before in your life, right? There's so many like gurus out there, or like, oh, do you know the inverted giraffe candle, or the happy hippopotamus with reversing triangle candlestick pattern, crap like that. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you did get this, and then you saw a candle that was bullish, right? Like that, for example, this is a green candle. It doesn't matter about the candlestick pattern. It's telling you to buy anyway, right? And forgive me for some of those names, the hippopotamus inverse triangle candlestick pattern. I'm going to make a book of candlestick patterns and give them ridiculous names. And before you know it, they'll be on YouTube and with people going, I trade the inverse hippopotamus pattern. What a load of crap, right? You don't really need to know that, right? Just if you got a bullish candle, that's telling you to go higher anyway, right? We're in an uptrend, telling you to go higher, right? As it happens, this is where we're at, right? And that's literally what's happening. Come down, took this low, right? And it's closing back into the candle, right? This would be, if the daily candle finished like this, I would be looking to buy it. Now, let's go down to the H4, right? What we don't like is this candle, right? Yeah. We're still clearly, right? We had a bit of just scruffy price action, right? But we're in a H4 uptrend. This is the last lows down here. Price has retraced. We got a nice bullish reaction, and we're still in a H4 uptrend. So it makes sense that we can take price back up to here, right? And I still think this. The only doubt, right, is this candle that's formed. Yeah, but it's not as bearish as this is bullish, right? And we've got another 36 minutes before we see this candle finish. What we'd like to see is a bullish candle that closes above this high. And then it's all systems go, right? Buy New Zealand CAD. Okay, but it's just this candle has thrown it into a little bit of doubt, right? If we look at the H1, that's looking good, right? And this is probably why you like this trade, Michael, so much. Yeah, that is looking good. Yeah, we had a structure break here, right? This was the candle to get in on. This candle here. If you're trading H1, buy that candle, right? Buying up here or even here, you're not getting in at as much value, right? This was clearly the entry. And, I talk about structure breaks all day, every day. Every time I mention structure breaks, you must be thinking, bloody hell, he's talking about structure breaks again. Yeah, I'm going to get a t-shirt saying, I love structure breaks. And then people will definitely not talk to me down the pub then, right? But here, right, there's some consolidation, breaks down, and then bang, right? As soon as we get this candle, right, closes above this, above the moving average 20, this is where you start buying, right? Stop loss down here, okay? And you'd already be, right, pretty much 1:1. So H1 looks really good, though, because, this candle has broke this level as well. And we're seeing some New Zealand strength come in, right? So, yeah, I still think this has the potential to come back up to these highs. Speaking of New Zealand, let's have a look at Euro New Zealand. Okay, still coming down nicely. Got a little bit further to go. Happy days with Euro New Zealand dollar. Right, what else are we looking at? Brett, what are your thoughts on gold? Okay, we will take a look at gold. Okay, and Niraj has got a really good question, so we'll take a look at that. But let's start with Brett. What's your thoughts on gold, please, Tom? Okay, let's take a look, guys. Let's start with the weekly chart, right? And before I do, guys, before I go through gold, please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and if everyone could please smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps support the vid and keeps the editor happy, which is very important. He's a bit of a nutter. And also, guys, don't forget to come join our trading community, right? If you haven't already and you want to talk to like-minded traders, share knowledge, share ideas, you know, it's a nice place. Trading can be a bit lonely, guys. So come join our free Discord channel. The link the editor will send to you, right? Also, guys, if you want a bit more than that and you want access to my trade signals, you want access to my tutorials and strategies, and you want direct access to me, then come join the VIP Trading Academy. Okay. And right now, as I said, Pepperstone will give you free access to the VIP if you open an account and deposit funds into your own account. Simple as that. No brainer. Come join Pepperstone. Gold, right? Weekly is a buy. Yeah. No two ways about it. Okay. We're in an uptrend. Bang. Right. We're in an uptrend. Bullish candle. Not so bullish, but we've got a nice bottom wick here. You know, it's pushed off that level. So weekly is a buy. The problem with gold is, right, you have no reference point, right? If I keep going left, gold is at all-time highs, and this is a dinosaur. So dinosaurs were around in 1998, okay, fact, right? And a massive meteorite came down and killed them all in 1998. Yeah, any history book will tell you that. Anyway, got sidetracked. So my point is you don't have a reference point, right? You don't know what the next piece of resistance is. So for targets, just use, right, 2,500, 2,550, 2,600, 2,650, and so on, okay? But weekly's a buy all day, right? If we go down to the day chart, and extend this out, right? It's still a buy, but it's not a buy today, right? There's clearly sellers in here, right? So I don't want to buy into that. Yeah, I just don't, right? You can clearly see that big wick tells us sellers are in here. Sure enough, sellers are pushing it down, right? How far they push it down, we shall see. The sellers are pushing it down. Now, for me to take this trade and for me to have any value, I would probably want to see this. Yeah, price come back into here, perhaps moving average 20 catches up, and then I will buy it back up to here, right? And then the market's kind of ranging, right? It's in an uptrend stroke range. So I'm not interested in buying it here, and I want to buy it, but I would buy it down here. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the H4. Okay, I mean, it is in a H4 uptrend, right? It is. Yeah, and it's kind of holding on to this moving average 20. But again, I don't want to buy into these levels. It tells you sellers are here. Like I say, I'll wait for price to come here, and if it does, I'll look to buy from there. All right, but yeah, you know, the overwhelming thing is to buy gold, right? Especially the indices are at the highs again. Will the indices come down a bit? You know, gold's a flight to safety. You know, there's a bit of macroeconomic news. You've got some wars and stuff, you know, and gold, you know, will gain strength as well. It's a flight to safety. So it is supported by a bit of macroeconomic fundamental news. I never thought those words would cross my lips. Terrible. No, but it's, you know, it's true. So there's gold. I hope that helps, Brett. Niraj, hi Tom. This is an interesting question, right? Can an indicator-based trading system be profitable? What's your experience with indicators? So my experience with indicators is not a good one, right? So let me elaborate, okay? Now, I've mentioned this a few times on the live stream and in the VIP, etc., right? So when I started out, okay, I wanted to use indicators, okay, because they helped me make decisions, or so I thought, right? So I had a strategy that was sort of, you know, moving averages, MACD, used Higurashi candles at one point, used Ichimoku clouds, check them out, right? So I've used enough indicators, right? I've used RSI, I've used MACD. What's the other oscillator I used? Can't remember. But I've used enough indicators, right? And the thing with indicators is this, okay? I have a system, a strategy, okay? And then for 2 weeks, using indicator X, Y, and Z, my system is profitable. On week 3, I have a losing week. You know what I do? I tweak every indicator. Maybe I add an indicator, okay? And then I start trading again, right? And then it fixes the problem, right? For another week. A week, I have a profitable week. The following week, I don't have a profitable week. You know what I do? I tweak, right? I tweak the indicators I have. Again, maybe take an indicator away, add a new indicator in, and so on and so forth. And then before you know it, I have a strategy that is unrecognizable to the strategy I had before, right? At the start, it's totally changed. So you don't even know if the strategy works. So indicators, in my experience, make you chase your tail, right? And it's a, you know, it's a quick way to ruin, right? Because you're just constantly tweaking them, right? Now, I'm not saying there's no place for indicators. I'm not at all. Like, you know, I've got a moving average 20 on my screen, right? And I use it, okay? But only have an indicator on your screen if you use it. I was doing a mentorship with a guy, you know, he had 20, 50, 100, and 200. And then basically we got to the bottom of it. He uses none of them, right? He's just like, oh, it's just vision. I was like, but they're not adding anything to your trading, you know, and he's stripped them all away, right? He's like, yeah, you're right. You know, why am I using them? It's just something he had been taught, you know, maybe a couple of years ago, right? And it's just stuck. So what you need to know is price action, right? Price action isn't lagging like indicators, and it gives you real-time data, and you're basically dealing with facts, right? It's just pure facts is what price action is, right? What's the trend? Uptrend. Is the candle bullish or bearish? Bullish. Am I at a support or resistance level? Yeah, I'm at a support level, right? Have I got some value? Yes, right? Buy it, take the trade. Yeah, all of those things are facts, right? Now, I would use an indicator if it helps you, right? Maybe you want another piece of confluence to take the trade. Maybe you need the 20 moving average above the 50. But your trade idea is built on price action, right? Or you need the RSI to be below 50 to take a buy trade. Okay, no problem. But your trade idea needs to be built on price action. Okay, so there is a place for indicators, but use it as confluence, right? Don't use it as the sole reason to enter a trade. Okay, unless you found a system that just works, right? When that crosses that, that crosses that, I enter, right? If you've made it very mechanical and you're making consistent results, then I also can't knock that, right? If you're profitable, I don't care what you do. You can scalp on the 1 minute chart and you're looking for 2 pips. I don't care. If it works and you're consistently profitable, then you can't knock it. But if you find yourself going in circles with indicators and you're not consistently profitable, then don't use them. Understand price action. Yeah, it involves a bit of hard work. It involves a bit of screen time. But anything worth doing does require some hard work. All right. So price action over indicators, guys. All right. Sweating here today. Does someone turn my AC off? I think they might have. I think it's about 45 degrees today in Dubai. Little bit toasty. Guys, while I have a drink, if you could please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and everyone please smash the like button. Right, what else are we looking at? Brett, you're welcome. Michael, you're welcome. Prathish, how are you, Prathish? Haven't heard from you in a while. Brett says, with no magic buy or sell indicator, shall I cancel my Lambo order? Yep, I'm afraid so. If you haven't got the magic indicator, which we've all got, then no Lambo, right? That is sarcasm, and don't take that seriously. There is no magic indicator. Price action. The magic indicator or the magic source is understanding price action, right? And trading your plan. Adhering very strictly to your strategy, to your money and risk management. And number 3 is controlling your emotions. If you do those 3 things, which you can control, you have control over them, you will get consistent results. And those 3 things make up your trading edge. Okay? If you can manage those, that is the secret sauce. RH Knight. Okay, so a question about candles. Have you any insight on engulfing candles, Tom? They normally signify reversals in the market trends. So when you see one, do you take a trade once or soon after? Okay, so let's go looking for one first of all. Let's start on the day chart. Let's look for an engulfing. Right, here we go. Okay, you don't have to look that far. I would consider this an engulfing candlestick chart, right? So let's go back in time with my magic back to the future button. Now, you've got this candle, right? And this candle just totally engulfs it, right? There's maybe a few rules to engulfing candles, but it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't. What you need to know is, what is this candle telling you in comparison to this candle? And really your job with any candle is to determine who is in control, right? Is it buyers or sellers? That's your job with candlesticks, and that is it. Okay. Now, if we look at the day chart, right, and we combine this with trend, right, we're in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. We've got a nice big bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, right? I'm looking for buys. I won't just enter here, right? I won't just enter here. What I'm then going to do is drop down to the H4 and look at potential levels, right? So we've got this level here, would be a nice level. There is also a little bit of a level through here. Ooh. There's a little bit of a level through there. Okay, so I'm just looking to take price you know, my target's back up to these daily highs, and I'm just looking for a retrace, either into here or potentially even into here. Okay, maybe somewhere in between. But all I want to do is put my stop loss below here, right? So let's play it along. Okay, so we've already got a reaction at our grey zone, right? So you could just enter here, right? I'm just waiting for a bit of value. Start selling here or even here, right? And put your stop below here because you still have enough room to move into, right? Let's play it along. Right. If you missed that trade, right, you still have enough room, right? Prices come up, okay, bang. If you missed this trade, no problem. Market always gives you another opportunity. You can start buying here, right? Put your stop below the last swing low. I would probably want to put my stop loss to be super safe down here, but I still get my 1:1 back up to here, right? And then we play it along. This is our target up here. There you go, right? Hit target. Yeah. So the candle told us the buyers were in control on the day chart, and we was with trend. And then all I'm doing is looking at the lower time frames to find an entry. And even if you miss an entry, the market will give you another entry, right? It just will. You were actually asking about a reversal. Okay, so let's try and find a reversal. Here we go, right? There's a reversal candle. So this was in an uptrend. This is the day chart. This is the H4, sorry, right? And then we get a huge, well, actually, you know, we do get a bearish engulfing candle here. So this is a really good point, okay? Let's do this. So this is how I would enter, right? So we are in an uptrend, okay? Your question is, Tom, will you just enter on this? And the answer is no. That is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, right? And chances are it will come down, okay? But what I'm looking for, which is more important than any candlestick pattern, is a structure break, okay? And you can see, right, that we've started to make a new higher low. So now I'm interested, right? If we get a break of this level, then I will trade this to the downside because trend has changed, right? And then if we play this along, bang, right? Another bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, but this time it's combined with an important break of this level, right? Maybe a retrace into here and we come lower, right? You'll also see this very clearly on the H1. Yeah, you can see this kind of level through here has formed. As soon as we get a break, start selling, stop up here, take price lower. Okay, if we look at the H4 again, right, let's see if this, you can get a little bit of a retrace there. And then it starts coming down, right? And you've had a very nice trade. All right, guys. So on that note, we are going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for your time today, guys. We can't do it without you. Really appreciate all your questions and your time. Please smash the like button, guys. Also, check out all the promotions and come join our trading community. And don't forget to sign up with Pepperstone. Have a great trading day, guys. And I'll see you same time again.